I recently saw the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. I know I'm late to the game. That movie sucked. I never even talked about the first movie when I saw it, so I'll start with that first. I actually thought the first movie was pretty good, even if it wasn't like the best movie in the entire world. A lot of people thought it was like either mid or straight up bad, but I don't know. I just liked it. A lot of people didn't like the fort scene. I thought the fort scene was fine. It wasn't like the most in touch scene of that movie, but I thought it was okay. Like, these are still children's souls. They're gonna act like kids. They're trying to get Abby to be closer to them so that they can also stuff her into a suit. So I can see why they did it that way. Although the movie was pretty badly paced in some areas, I think it was very slow in a few places. So the most I can give it is like a 7 out of 10. So, it was like a good movie, but it wasn't like the greatest movie ever. Now, with the second movie, this was the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. I'm sorry. It's nowhere near the Minecraft movie. Let me make that clear. The Minecraft movie is still the worst shit in the world. Nothing will ever compare to that. But it still had a lot of the same amount of absolute fuckery that movie did. I can't even lie. The writing is just bad. A lot of things are very different from what the trailers advertised. And there was some obnoxious fan service that just took away from the movie more than adding to it. You know which one I mean specifically.
Oh, what about this? Oh, maybe not.
Despite my feelings about the whole movie, there is a scene I actually liked. That being the Ghost Hunter Kids scene where they also first introduced Michael Afton. This scene was written pretty well and has some good scary parts and disturbing parts. Other than that, I'm biased towards this scene because the kid who plays Charlie in Final Destination Bloodlines was in this movie along with McKenna Grace. And yes, I fucking love seeing Michael in the movie. Michael Afton has been my favorite human character in FNAF since I was like 11, and made even better that they made him a villain in this universe. This version of him actually made me commit to being a simp for Michael. I can fix him. Anyway, he does actually have a couple of issues with his character and writing that I do have to address. They first introduce him as being on Charlotte's side and wanting to help her get revenge on the adults who failed her by letting her get killed. But then immediately being happy that she woke up and killed all the investigator kids, she turns her anger onto him and then he runs away. And then he turns back and he's happy again and smiles and says, "Welcome back, Charlotte." And then in his only other scene towards the end, he only talks about wanting to continue the Afton legacy and is showing all the signs of being brainwashed by his dad by repeating the things that William said to Vanessa in his, her flashback. So it seems like his motive kind of flips throughout the movie, or I guess you could interpret his speech about continuing the legacy as like he's continuing the theme of killing, but for a different reason, aka Charlotte. I don't know. Actually, that wouldn't make sense because his dad killed Charlotte. I don't know. I love Michael, but they did him dirty. There's just not a lot I can say about this movie. It's just not good. People can argue with me and use the same argument as it's just for the fans, but I'm a FNAF veteran. I've been there since I was 9. I joined right between the releases of 2 and 3. A lot of other fans are also complaining about how bad the movie is too, so that argument really doesn't hold up. Oh yeah, there's this huge issue I need to talk about with these stupid little award things that just came out on Twitter. I already talked about how much I loved Final Destination Bloodlines, which I still consider the best movie of 2025, by the way. Weapons was also a fucking awesome movie, by the way. And yet, we have Tony Todd's final goodbye speech to his fans in his last movie before he died, being beat out by a fucking piece of paper on a door. Are we serious right now? This is the best quote of a horror movie in 2025, or are we serious right now? And on top of that, we have Gladys's death being outvoted by those stupid marionette piranha things. Gladys's death in Weapons. Are we serious? I said everything I needed to about how awful this movie is. That's all I got.